Welcome back to DAVEspn. It's Thursday night, July the 11th, 2024, and we are here all in white, your Port Orchard FC, to take on Eastside. And we are on an Issaquah field, an Issaquah City Parks field, with no grandstands. So we will be shooting from the field level. I like to call it cinema verite, documentary style. So chew on that, and we'll catch you later as the players come out. It's about maybe 85 degrees, 87 degrees, and we will catch you at the kickoff. All right, we're good. Here they are. The refs are taking the field. They've synchronized their watches, compensated for the curvature of the earth. They will unfurl their flags, check the goals, or the onion bags as we like to call them. I'm joined, of course, today, the Costello to my Abbott, by Mr. Caleb Tucker. What do you think, Caleb? Do you think we're gonna get a dub today, a 4-0 dub like last time, or are we jinxing it by even talking about it?
We are jinxing it, but that's all right.
Okay.
But I think Eastside's going to come out swinging. I think they might think they have a continued mathematical opportunity and a chance, and if not, they're looking to knock people out of the playoffs.
Play spoiler, Eastside, you mean?
Yes.
Or us.
No. Eastside's going to come out swinging.
Okay, who we got up top? On the right here on the near side, we got Cyrus.
Pete holding down the center, and then put Divano out to the left wing. Center right triangle, Johnson, Colby Juarez, and Zach, and then holding down the back line, Aiden Harvey sitting in the center. Over on the right is Alex Torres. On your left is going to be Caleb Gilbert, and also holding down the center is Alex Torres.
Right. Aiden Harvey, and then we got one of the Miller boys here. Yep. We got the older Miller boys. Seamus. Going to be at PLU in the fall, using that extra year of eligibility. All right, here we go. Is that a
COVID year of eligibility, or is that just like a red shirt?
I don't know. Maybe he flunked and had to get held back. I'm pretty sure it's a COVID thing. All joking aside, I'm pretty sure it's a COVID thing.
Ball gets dropped back to Caleb. POFC's going to walk it back, open up some space in the middle. Zach looks for Divano on the run on the left. Does not get over the east side player, but goes out for a throw-in for POFC in white. Short throw to Juarez. Looks to switch field. A lot of open space. Miller's got to run it down. Keeps it in bounds. Collects. Pushes it up to Cyrus. Cyrus has one to beat to the end line. Now two. Finds the cross. Pete gets a handle on it, but keeper's there to scoop it up.
Pete tried to just tap that in, thinking maybe he could position it near the post, maybe. Good
defending by Eastside. They did put a body there, so he didn't get a clear swing at it. Eastside swings it up, but just POFC's waiting underneath it. Eastside controls with a handball. In the center. Good early control by Eastside. Seamus Miller pushes Eastside off the ball. Derek Johnson looks to send Cyrus on, but
that's out. White ball. Colby
switches over to Divano. Has a little time and one pressuring. Good tackle away from Divano before Divano can take that line. The Eastside looks to pressure on the right. Only two attacking right now for Eastside. Johnson hassled by one, hassled by two, lays it off for Divano. Divano's looking for a switch. Finds it all the way out to Seamus. Seamus has Cyrus in support, but looks at the shot. Finds some open space and a spinning ball.
Looking for a moment of glory early in the match.
Trying to pick out that near post or that near corner. Test the goalkeeper early. With,
I heard a bit of wisdom as I was scrolling on Instagram.
Ooh, do share.
Heard a bit of wisdom that when you're taking a long banger like that you should actually aim for the goalie rather than trying to aim for the corner, because the wind, the spin of the ball, the distance is probably going to put it elsewhere besides right on the goalie anyway. So to be on frame, go ahead and aim for the goalie. What do you think of that idea?
I think it's pretty good with all the variables that we're dealing with.
Yeah, it passed the smell test, let's put it that way. But
Zach Cohen controls from the middle, puts it on for Divano, who gets there, puts a cross in, but cleared out by Eastside, pressured by Colby Juarez, touched out, immediate side throw.
What do you think? Does that pass the smell test?
It does. It does. Same Kentucky windage theories on a couple of different things if you're aiming. Anything you aim with, you're less likely to hit the thing you're aiming at.
That's true. I always thought, I have a dartboard at home, and I'm slightly nearsighted. So when I want to hit a certain, I always aim a little to the right. Who was that? Was that Divano that got a shoulder in there?
Divano went up for the ball and put a shoulder on the east side who was under it, and Cole went against POFC there. I think that was the right one.
So warming the bench right now, we got some talented players over there. We got some talented guys waiting to come in, so should be interesting to see how Pat handles.
Deep bench doesn't even come close to describing what POFC has sitting in the bullpen.
But any good sports fan will tell you that you could take a whole team full of Hall of Famers, and that doesn't mean they're going to play well right out the gate. They got to get their chemistry working.
Also true. East side attack now, gives it away in the center, but goes back to east side. They'll try to start it again. Divano comes back to put a foot on it. Aiden Harvey clears it out of bounds. Delay, control the speed of the game, let your defense set up.
That's what Jack used to tell me. Delay is the first rule of defense. Everything else is gravy. If you can delay the play, you've done part of your job, a large part of it.
Eastside's pressuring 7 up front with a long throw. Flicked on by Eastside, but Eastside wins the throw off of Seamus.
Now I'm looking kind of into the sun here. Everybody looks like a silhouette. You just have to use your imagination.
Long throw is asking for the ball again. Maybe throwing against a crosswind.
He's going to take a long run up. Oh, had a batting helmet over there in the way. Kicking it out of the way. That'll help. There he goes.
Flicked on by Eastside again. They did have 2 chances at it, but whiffed on both. Jordan calls the ball off. Looks for a quick restart, but Eastside gets back. Will likely play it short out to his right side.
Jordan back after Austin Valdez played the last match and gave him a well-deserved day off.
Johnson wins the ball back in midfield, holds it for Colby. Colby's got support on the right. Lays it off for Cyrus. Back to Colby with an inside overlap. Colby moves it to the middle, looking for openings and balls through. Looks to find Pete through 3, but gets intercepted.
Could not thread that needle.
Colby pressures again. Eastside tries to put it up. Aiden Harvey with the first of the ball. Zach to put it up to Johnson. Out to Cyrus again. Has Seamus in support.
It's good ball control.
Drops it back. Aiden looks for the run through from Divano. Oh, wow. Eastside just gets up there with a head on it. Well defended. Look to CPO look to trap them when they decide which way they want to try to bring the ball out. And POFC will let people play with the ball in the back a little bit.
Who was that? Divano?
Divano's on, makes the shot, off the post.
And in. Was that Divano to Divano? Divano with the assist, and Divano. I think Divano stepped in there.
Divano
stole
with
the ball in the passing lane and then finished all by himself.
And had to make it look good. Couldn't just put it in the back of the net.
Had to hit the post.
Yeah. Called it off the post, back of the net.
You know, gets more eyes on the replay here on DAVEspn, so that's good. It's 1-0. Where are we time-wise in the game here? What do you think?
We should be about a minute 10 or 11.
All right. I think, Mike, we owe you a beauty shot. There it is. Nice big close-up. Beautiful. Look at this. The lighting on that. Your fans across the globe will appreciate it.
Great way to start early. Want to keep the momentum. We go.
Mike again. Mike is after it.
Eastside goes to the ground, wins the ball. Tries to hold it on the right side of the midfield and looks for long ball.
Number 6 over here, he keeps on calling for it. We got a foul. That's a contact sport. It happens. Nothing dirty. Number 77, not sure who that is. It looks familiar to me for Eastside. He's got that high number. He's got like that NFL lineman numbers, number 77.
Set plays, Eastside is pushing a lot of people forward.
Oh, they're playing it cute over to 77.
Looking for the service into the middle, but hassled the whole way by Caleb. Comes out of that. Good. Hustle Johnson gets the ball first, goes out for an Eastside throw, but shuts him down.
Man, we are looking right into the sun here.
Good turn by Eastside, trying to control in the middle. A flick on, he's on goal and finds the back of the net. Well put on by Eastside and ended up with a lot of room in front of him. I think Jordan would want that one back, have another crack at it, but there's really not much he could have done. There's just a lot of goal.
And the goal, I think, was scored by number 77. What do you think? Was it 14 or 77? I wonder who that guy is. He looks familiar. I don't think he played in the last match. Could be a ringer they brought in. 1-1. Early. As usual, good action here in the Cascadia Premier League 1.
Aiden dummies back to Jordan. Continues to work it up to Seamus. Seamus has a couple of options, but moves it through the middle. Still hassled by 2, drops it to Aiden. Aiden moves around 1, splits the defense, looking for Colby, but intercepted. Aiden's there again, giving away at midfield. Again, Eastside try to push numbers hard. They switch field of play, keeping it in the middle, and the shot. Full stretch from Jordan to push that outside for a corner kick.
Boy, I hope I got that. I can barely see what I'm shooting here because of the sun.
That was a quick shot off the foot of the Eastside. Jordan got down for it quick, extended the hand. Those are not easy saves.
We're going to focus over here.
Ball to the back post. POFC with the first head on it, second head on it, but not out of danger. Ball's coming back in. Looked like in an offside position. There's the flag. Would not have counted.
Offside.
A half volley would not have counted. Jordan looks for a long. Puts it onto Pete and Cyrus running onto it. Pete lets it go, looking for some space in the middle. Cyrus has one to get around and is looking for a little bit of support. Finds Seamus in support, who's got Zach in the middle, turns it into the middle, looks to switch field of play. Gilbert on the left, moves it up to Divano. Divano tries to get around 1. Eastside takes it away and looks to counter. Misplayed by Eastside.
Yep, they're looking.
POFC with the throw-in. Looking about the 15th minute. Gilbert looks for Divano coming all the way back. Divano chips it over to switch play. Seamus walks it up into space. Waits for one to come. Jukes him.
Nice little juke move there.
Little
pull back, a little cut.
Cyrus pushes to the middle. Looks to drop it off for Pete. Eastside collects back to the keeper, but keeper has to clear. Gilbert looks to put it back up into the mixer, but ball's going to bounce around for a little bit. See who comes out with it. Derek Johnson controls. Finds Cyrus on the sideline. Cyrus had a lot of room and a lot of movement over there. Finds Divano in the middle, but Divano's tightly marked. Splits two. Looks for Johnson going through the center, but couldn't quite get it through. Eastside again pushes it up. Torres controls. Pushes it to Aiden. Up to Seamus. Again, looking at right side. Johnson's making the run. Stays onside. No.
Flag goes up.
That looked close. And the flag did go up. Johnson just needed to hold his run, or if they'd seen him just a touch earlier.
We're waiting on the goalie to bring in the backup ball.
Eastside again pushes 4 up front now with the restart. Could be dangerous for them if they give it up here. There's not that many people back. Johnson finds it and is taken out by Eastside. Both going for the ball. POFC gets the call.
Not a bad place to foul a guy.
Colby over the ball. Gonna look for Aiden. Aiden's gone up. Zach's up there. Pete's up there. Oh, was looking for Aiden. Eastside got in front of it just at the last. Divano looks to control him, put some service back into the middle while the offense stays up. Eastside's able to take it away and kick it out for a throw-in by a corner kick. And since that's the only ball on this side of the field, we got to go get that.
Is it a corner or a throw-in?
It's they kicked it out for a throw-in. They saved the corner.
There it is, in to Divano, back out to Gilbert. They take it away from Gilbert.
They can't find that second pass.
Yeah, 22 is Torres. Right?
Torres controls up to Johnson. Johnson had a tough ball to control. Eastside steps in front of it. A little bit of back and forth. Rolling ball. They might just let that go out.
White.
Seamus will look down the line over a white throw. Harvey to Torres. Assesses the field. Looks long again for Divano. Divano starts on side, but for some reason, the flag goes up. So the rule on offsides is when the ball is kicked, that's where the player is. It's not if the player runs past them after the ball is kicked. So we'll touch that. Again, educated audience.
I appreciate an educated viewership as much as anybody.
East side pressure. 77's under it.
Yep.
And wins the corner kick.
Yep.
I expect, again, East side to push players up.
We got to get a roster. I'm pretty sure I've seen that guy somewhere before.
Eastside coach calling for a ball into the middle. No short stuff.
There it is.
Over one player. Out but not out of trouble. Eastside controls. Has help to his left, but is trying to dribble 3. Does get a cross, but Torres is there and Aiden to clear it.
By, I think Harvey cleared that.
Torres got the first touch and Harvey got the clearance.
That'll be a blue throw.
Extra ball comes from the back of the net. East side down the line. And a big ball up to the top of the 18. No blue is there.
No white.
No, white was there. No blue was there. Johnson looking to counter quickly. Looks for Divano running on. Onsides at this play. Has one to beat and the keeper. Looks for a cross, but Pete had cut in. What an idea. Just a little miscommunication right at the end there.
So Pete cut in, and he was looking for Pete to cut to the outside, maybe?
They're talking about it right now. He wanted Pete to continue his run. Divano put an outside of the foot cross just to lay it across the goal, past the keeper and the one defender, trying to find Pete's foot for an open goal. East side quick to restart. Torres nods it out. Long thrower in for Eastside. Again, Eastside is looking to capitalize off set plays and these throw-ins. Look for a flick. Jordan's up and out. Doesn't get a handle on it, and it floats into the back of the net after skipping off about 3 heads. I can't even say who would have been given that goal.
I can say who.
Eastside?
Eastside. Number 20, I think.
I think he thinks he got it.
Yeah, maybe.
Some discussions with Eastside and the ref. It might be them actually trying to figure out who scored it.
2-1, and we are how far in?
22nd minute. A lot of game to play, Dick.
Oh yeah, no reason to panic at this point for sure. But we blanked them last time up, so they're probably happy to. Oh, unforced error there by Aiden. That's something.
Just under Aiden's foot. It happens.
Looking downfield. Eastside sponsored by. There's another unforced error. Thank you. We'll take it. Pagliacci Pizza. When I first saw their jerseys, I thought everybody on the team was related. You know, I thought that was, this must be the Pagliacci septuplets. But that's the pizza place. We got a sub? Yeah, we do.
Johnson's going to come out for a minute. I hadn't seen anybody up working for.
Maybe you got a bloody nose. Shin guard. Oh, we got an equipment issue.
With a confirmation from the field, much appreciated.
I always take my nose ring out before a match, just in case.
Apparently there are teams that don't.
Apparently not.
Connor the Barbarian comes in for him while we find some shin guards for Johnson.
Connor the Barbarian.
Long throw by Seamus, just skims over Pete. Cyrus running on to pressure the keeper. Keeper's going to clear it. Clears it directly upfield.
Wow, that's a good boot.
Torres works his way under it, puts it back into the center, but...
There's Gilbert. Zach Kahn.
Gilbert with a shoulder into the east side player.
Gonna be a white ball.
Well defended. Divano goes for the flick. East side gets in the way. Looks to control on that right side. Finds a little movement up, but can't string 3 together. Just 2.
White ball. Gilbert with the throw in.
Connor lets it roll off his shoulders, trying to move it up the field. Eastside's going to sit on it for a little bit. They have not pressured since the second goal either. Sent quite as many. There's been 2 less attackers each time. Eastside apparently kept that in play. Flag did not go up.
That was a nice ball to keep it in. By our old friend number 77, I think. Or did he go to the sidelines? You're going to call a foul against Mike? Okay.
Little too eager to get in front of the ball and ended up putting a shoulder into the guy. The ref thought it was a little much, so decided to call it. Torres again under it and gets a head on it. And Now it's out.
Is that a corner?
No, throw in.
Throw in.
But again, we're going to look for the long throw to come. So dangerous how they scored last time.
See a lot of players shielding their eyes because the angle of the sun is
well in. Jordan stays in. Colby gets a head on it. Eastside tries to put it back in. Cyrus looks to push it upfield, but Eastside's trying to get a quick counter going. Yeah, Zach caught him on the ankle as he tried to turn. Quick foul there. Eastside's gonna continue to flick the ball up. Got an extra 2 yards on it. Ref's good with it. Connor's not.
Connor's trying to help the ref. He's a giving fella like that. He wants to see a clean game.
Low clearance to the far right side. Eastside touches Mike. Divano's on it. Pete's got to stay on side, but it has him in trail. If Pete can get in front of 2 people, puts Mike back on. 2 to beat, and the keeper slides it across the face of the goal. Eastside's the only ones there. Cyrus is his back post, but it didn't make it quite that far. Good quick counter from the POFC. It's what we want to see.
I think Pete had to run laterally east-west to stay on sides there.
They did a great job of it. Helped that the east side was able to catch up during that transition. Into Pete. Pete controls. Drops it back to Gilbert. Gilbert's got a good cross to the back post, and Cyrus just wasn't quite able to get there. Still in play. Cyrus has 1, puts it on the ground. Pete dummy runs it, but isn't able to. Zach controls at the center. Now Colby Juarez. Center midfield. Connor takes it. Takes a swing, trying to catch everybody off guard.
He does that. Every game he takes a couple of swipes at the ball from distance just to keep everybody honest, I think. And I think he's hit 1 or 2 of those.
Yes, he has. It was a good swing. He just he pulled it right just a bit. I like the crack, though. Aiden steps in front of it, drops to Torres. Torres to Seamus. Seamus drops it back to Jordan to reset for POFC. Starting it on the left. Torres looks to switch field, not seeing much over there. Aiden quickly up to Seamus. Has room on the right side. As Connor running, finds him, puts it through. Eastside just gets a thigh on it.
Whoa, you could hear that. There's Pete with the header over to Mike.
Mike's on the half volley, in the back of the net. Bouncing baby ball.
Nice.
Keeper's unaware. Keeper's clearance was low and hard.
So
Colby Juarez got a head on it, and then Pete flicks it
with the header on the bouncing ball over to Divano, and you know who you're going to call when you want somebody to finish.
When you want to bring it back level.
Yeah, so it's 2-2 now.
Looks like we're in the 29th minute, so about 2/3 of this first half off.
So Pete's going to the sideline along with Cyrus.
Johnson's back in, and we got Jake McKenzie up top.
Jake McKenzie, okay.
Center, the midfield stays the same, so Connor, Zach, and
so here's Derek right here.
Colby will hold the center.
Colby is number 8. Derek Johnson pressuring right now in the middle there.
In the middle is Jake McKenzie.
Oh, Jake McKenzie.
7 is Hustle. Hustle Johnson.
7 is Hustle Johnson.
Seamus steps in front of it, has Johnson up the line. Johnson has to spin to find it. While he's doing that, Eastside gets to close down, puts it out for a white throw.
We haven't seen Seamus Miller a lot, but in these games is a very high, consistent level of play. You know, no peaks and valleys, just a really consistent, good, solid defender.
Johnson slides it across the goal. Mike runs onto it. Has to go through an Eastside player to get the ball and doesn't get there, so gets the foul called at the top of the 6. Great idea by Johnson to work it through.
So Mike was not fouled?
Mike fouled.
Oh, too bad. Okay.
Yeah, Mike had to go through Eastside to get to the ball. Eastside had good position on it.
All right. I thought there might have been little bit of artistry involved, and Mike got the call, but went the other way.
Eastside plays it short. Recycles. Jake pressures. Mike holds the line. Again, they try a long ball up. Bad first touch. Not sure if they knew the Eastside player was waiting in defense there. Eastside flicks around Colby, puts on, but that's going to be out.
White ball.
Connor runs onto the ball, has one in trail, and takes him down from behind.
Great slide tackle.
Gets enough of the ball that the referee is at least going to think about it next time calling, but not going to call it this time.
That was a good tackle, I think. And Connor would probably be the first to agree, even though he was on the ground. And one good slide deserves another over on that far side. White ball.
Torres goes to the ground because he's got Caleb Gilbert there to support also, so 2-on-1, so even if the ball gets over him.
What kind of crumb are we looking at on this field there, Doctor?
This is going to be one of those...
is it rubber crumb?
Rubber crumb, but it's a thicker padding, so you'll feel that from some of the other fields that I've seen here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, they feel like concrete right under there. So, so we're not seeing the characteristic cork slippage that we see on our home field.
No, not at all.
Not today. So now it's playing ping pong over here. Now it's going to be a blue ball.
Eastside brings in the long thrower again. And Eastside looks to pressure up. They're gonna look for a flick ball into the middle off of the long throw, and then the back post.
I'm gonna focus over here. He's definitely winding up.
Ball's in and away one time by POFC. Mike Divano's up. Jake McKenzie holds on this far right side. Connor coming in support. Divano does see Jake McKenzie hanging out over there, but just couldn't get it through the defense. Misplayed by Eastside. POFC controls on the right. Seamus brings it up again in plenty of space.
Yeah.
Goes for a switch ball all the way over to Mike. Let's see if he can keep it in play.
Nice diagonal ball over to Mike.
Beautiful first touch. Has one to beat to the end line. Finds the end line and looks to roll it across. Eastside gets a touch on it, and then the keeper's on top of it. Again, good idea, good pressure. I like to see the momentum shifting this way.
Pretty good watchable game here, 2-2. About even possession-wise, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Torres handling number 17. Take the ball away.
There's just Seamus on the right, does find him. One on. Ball flips up, shields the ball off him. And well controlled. Switches field. Torres looks up. Colby comes back from the center mid position. Mike just tries to flip it on. Eastside gets in the way of it. Goes to Loudon. Loudon looks for Jake
to get
again.
Underneath it.
Jake and Johnson.
That's going to go out for a white ball.
Again, Seamus Miller finding all kinds of space on this right side to be able to look for either a switch ball or put them on through the defense.
How much time do you think we got left here, Caleb?
I think we are right at about 12 minutes left in this half.
What's the delay? Oh, 17 goes out. This dude comes in.
And
31 looks
three
like.
stepped off the field from east side on this right side. Connor
they had
all
two
the way
subs.
down, and
that's
going
to
to
be a corner.
Time to take advantage. I see the tall team coming in. Seamus is in. Harvey's in. Gilbert looks like he's going to look for the back post. Divano's going to float at the top of the 18.
He's got the option to play it short here, but he's not going to do that.
Shot across. Divano controls.
Yep.
And he's going to look to serve back in. Goes inside. Spins around. Still has one. Falls and gets a handball called after he goes down.
That's the second time Mike's been on the ground, and he gets the call against him.
Ref looked to call shoulder to shoulder on that. It was good. When Mike went down, he said Mike touched the ball with his hand, so called the handball.
But, you know, you don't got to worry about Mike. He gets knocked down, he gets back up again.
Keeper finds some open space in the center. Eastside continues to control and switch his play. Might look to switch again, but ends up trying to put it on. Torres and Gilbert there. Torres gets the ball to clear it out.
There's Zach.
Ooh. Swing after the ball is gone. No call. Does not get over the Eastside player with Divano running on. Lost the ball. Eastside is able to pick his pocket. Connor stops Eastside from starting something quick. They go back to the keeper. McKenzie looks to pressure, make the keeper send it early. Wow, hard shoulder into Juarez, not called. Seamus looks for Johnson down the line, goes out for a white throw. Short throw to Colby. Colby splits the defense.
Nice, splits, beautiful.
Puts on through the middle. Johnson looks to come in and harry them, but keeper does a quick hit out. Aiden gets taken out from underneath, and again, no call. Colby makes sure they don't get a quick kick out for an Eastside throw. But again, people undercutting the POFC players are not getting called.
What do you think on a scale of 1 to 10, Aiden Harvey, effort-wise? That's got to be a 10 right there.
It's got to be at least a 10.
Yeah, he's off the scale. Harvey is one of those guys, nobody's going to beat him effort-wise.
Jake touches it through traffic, finds Colby, but Eastside gets a foot in. Switches field of play and has two runners on the right. One will probably put it up the line, does, but Torres is there first and is going to shield it out for a POFC goal kick. Well defended even on the quick attack. Colby in space in the middle. Finds Torres to his left. Torres in space and going to bring it up. Finds Gilbert. Gilbert on by one, trying to get around one. And loses it out of bounds. We've got looks like Cyrus is coming back on. Cyrus can come on for Zach. Is that Cyrus?
Yeah, that's Cyrus coming on for Zach. Cyrus, you know, he's been playing on the wing for us, but that's not a position that he usually plays in his club and college days. But hey, it's semi-pro ball. It's a beautiful summer. Why not experiment? And he's been doing well on the wing.
He really
has. There he is there. Yeah, Cyrus no call on that.
Through one.
Just bulls right
Maintains
through that. Is that a late whistle on that call?
Either it's going to be a drop ball.
Oh, okay.
Because it hit the ref.
Hit the ref? Okay. Get out of the way, ref.
And Eastside plays it cool.
Good. It's been a very entertaining and watchable game. Beautiful chip ball by Seamus, looking for Johnson. They're going to shield. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Johnson tries left. He tries right, but ran out of field on that one. Keeper looks up. It's only to Seamus. Puts it back into the middle, hoping for White to run onto that. Jake underneath it, but Eastside has to bring it back. In a little bit of trouble, but find their way out of it. Pushed on to Eastside on the wing. Aiden Harvey's there. Holds off on the slide at first, which is good. So might have missed the ball. Second attempt does clear it out.
Ball's in play.
They go with a quick throw instead of the long throw.
It's in the corner. Seamus is battling for it. It's still in.
And now it's finally out.
Finally out. White ball. I think
Eastside thinks that it was out a little while back.
Yeah, I think the angle of the sun caught a break. We got a break on that. The ref far down the line here did not see that it went out. 2 feet on the ground, Seamus.
Looks for Johnson over the defense. Eastside gets ahead on it. Colby and Seamus the pressure. Eastside's got an overlap going, but can't find it. Put the ball on the ground.
Seamus putting in a day of work here, isn't he? Right in front of us, we're seeing some fine defensive soccer stylings out of Seamus on this side for sure.
Absolutely. Eastside has to take it back to the keeper all the way from midfield. Keeper looks for the right side. That's a strong ball, but played in.
No, played in.
Well kept in by Eastside. They maintain control. Finds the right side run, but floats it in the air a bit, allowing POFC to get in. Still finds some service. A lot of Eastside there.
Eastside threatening. It's going to be a blue ball.
Gets a boot on the ball to put it out of play, just to slow it down for a second, let everybody reset. Nobody up on really either of the benches. I think both teams are liking
the matchup,
the squads that they've got on the field as it stands.
Oops. Little equipment problem there. What are we doing?
We're trying to find a ball. Got to play with the ball.
Oh, yeah, you need a ball. That's true.
There have been probably 2 that have gone over the road into the ditch.
Maybe keep more than one handy. More than 2.
And it's blackberry season, Dave.
You know, a lot of people don't stop in their busy lives and think about nature and the bounty that it provides. But here at DAVEspn, you can count on Dave and Caleb to keep you apprised of what's in season and what's ripe these days. And I agree. Get out there and pick some berries.
So, ball was not retrieved. Eastside player comes back, and another ball comes from the bench. Referee checks it, says it's good enough, but it's a dark one. He said, drops it back, looks for a center cross.
There's Divano trying to... Yeah, how do you not call it? He grabbed Mike around the waist and threw him down. There's Loudon. That's going to be a white ball.
Loudon was looking for Cyrus in the middle.
Yep.
And again, that's the only ball we got. We got to go get it, boys.
Well, we got a friendly, innocent bystander with a floppy hat over there who retrieved a ball so that we could...
From the deep woods, I believe that is our own Dave Falk.
It could be.
We'll give him the credit for it. Cyrus controls. Hassled by 1, drops it back to Torres. Back to Cyrus, looking for a switch ball. Finds Aiden Harvey. Seamus again in space, but Aiden's going to look probably upfield. Does find Seamus. Drops it to Johnson. Johnson gets pushed. And again, no call after a push.
Well, if the ref's going to be consistent, good job. Up over 77. 77 is a tall guy. He's a good 6'3". What do you think? Maybe 6'2". So that's going to be a white ball. Seamus will do the honors.
Connor runs on. Quick touch back. Seamus around 1. Puts it over 2 for Johnson.
Yeah,
Johnson again trying to get around it. And Eastside has to push it out.
Good work there.
Hustle's just too quick.
I noticed Liam Miller's back in town, Seamus's brother. He missed the last match. I believe he was traveling abroad.
Oh, and the shot by Jake McKenzie just gets under it and lifts it up over the goal.
Sacrifice that ball to the soccer gods in the trees. Good thing we got that backup ball. So yeah, I'm not sure we're going to see much of Liam today. He's been, I believe, studying the culture and architecture of Italy for a few weeks. So he may have to shake off a little rust. But he is available on the bench.
Eastside escapes the trap into the center. Switches field of play. Has a backside runner. Seamus and Johnson have an eye on him, though. Johnson comes back, drops it off to Miller. Miller's going to push it up. Looking for Connor. Connor's got one. Push from behind. Push from behind again. And still no call after a forearm shiver to his red head.
Well, the ref is consistently not calling those fouls. So maybe we ought to give the goose what's good for the gander, you know.
A little rough and tumble ball today.
Yeah, maybe we need to match their physicality. 77 pops it into the air.
Lost sight of it for a second.
Bystander.
Goes out for a white throw.
He could have kept that ball, sold it on eBay. But good, and a show of sportsmanship puts it back into play for everyone to enjoy.
Colby again runs through a player. No call there, so might have had a play on. 77 tries to bring it across and look for a through ball. Taken away by POFC. Colby controls, gets it up to Cyrus. Cyrus finds Gilbert coming up the left side, who looks for a long cross into Jake. Jake gives him a thumbs up, says, hey, I saw what you were looking for. I was just a little behind it.
Yeah.
So again, POFC likes the ideas that they're putting together.
Still 2-2. What do you think? How much time do you think we got left in the half?
We are right at probably in extra time right now. We might have 2 minutes. I think there might be 2 or 3 more offensive plays. Oh, it just launches it.
Hey.
That's going to be halftime before we find another ball.
That ball went...
bounced off the turf. He got under it, leaned back a little bit.
Well into that power easement where you see the towers there. That's 2 balls that have been offered to the soccer gods today. Now we got a stoppage while we wait for another ball to come in. Here we go. Another ball coming in.
So we'll look to see if there's enough time for POFC to get one more offensive rally here before halftime.
Yeah, all the POFC players are having to look backwards into the sun for the play. That's something of a handicap. You can tell by the long shadows here.
Flicked on by Eastside. 77 runs onto it. Tries to go through the back of Harvey.
No call.
Goal kick, though. Assistant and the referee. So I've got 2 reds, 3 reds now. Everybody's looking at their watch. Got to be close. Cyrus controls a long ball, but Eastside steps in. He takes it back
Beautiful.
away.
Seamus.
Goes through 1 through 2 up to Connor.
To swing it, he gets it. Kind of a big touch, but then gets it
Jake
back with
on the ball, and keeper comes out to scoop it up last minute while Jake was trying to take a low angle shot.
Yeah, pretty good rally out of the back, started by Seamus Miller.
Center looks at his watch one more time.
Here it comes.
Off the shoulder, kicked up high. 23's on, but taken away by Torres.
Was that Torres?
Yes. Eastside pushes their way onto the ball. Cyrus controls it at the center, but we're going to call that a half.
Halftime. Get a drink of water and a pep talk from Coach Leonard. 2-2. Entertaining, well-contested, even match.
Really is.
Let's see what can happen. We're back for the second half. It's 2-2. Eastside here at home against Port Orchard in their white uniforms. Up top, I think we got the unit that started the match.
Changed from Cyrus to Johnson. Cyrus is pushed back to the midfield, and we'll hold it there with Colby and Zach. And Johnson is moved up to the right wing.
Pete in the middle, Johnson, and then Divano over here on this side.
POFC would be playing uphill this half. It's a 1.73 degree grade from right to left.
Are you sure it's not 1.74? It looks a little...
Oh, I measured it.
Okay.
We're good.
Here we go, 2-2.
The keeper looks for a long ball. 2, maybe 3 in pressure. Flicked on. Austin's out. Pressured and ends up kicking it outside of his box. Seamus tried to save it from a throw in, but out for Eastside throw. Eastside looks to go quick.
We have a change in the goal. Austin Valdez in, Jordan Haddon out.
POFC with the pressure. Johnson comes out with the ball. Is still in the middle of 2. Still fighting through him. Zach touches it back, but goes to Eastside. Eastside looks to push it through, but Aiden Harvey's there in the way. Not out of trouble yet. Off the referee in the wrong position for the second time in the game. Will be a drop ball.
Get out of the way, ref.
POFC is just going to make sure that it doesn't go towards their goal. Eastside is probably going to recycle it back. Looks like everybody got a good water break and increased pace to start the second half for sure. I want to see him maintain it. Back to Austin. Austin pressured, moves it out right back to, this should be Torres. Torres looks to find Johnson. Johnson hit in the back. Ball goes out, no call. White throw. Miller to
Seamus
Johnson, back to
Seamus. 24 is Seamus, right?
Yes. Over to Torres. Torres has Gilbert in support, gets it over to Gilbert. Gilbert's looking up. Eastside's playing high. Cyrus tries to push it into the middle, control in the middle, and look for a through pass, but goes out for a white throw. Divano wants to cycle it back and switch a field of play.
Oh, it goes straight out.
Torres looks for Seamus moving up that right side and just didn't connect. Long throw again. Harvey's under it, pops it up. Colby nods it back to Gilbert. Gilbert has Divano coming to support. Divano goes for a dummy run, but Eastside's on top of it. And Gilbert comes in from the right side, is pulled down, and does get the call. Even the assistant referee.
called
that one. AR was on top of it.
Flag on it. Waving that flag for the field judge.
It was one of those cross movie theater hugs that you swing an arm across someone. He just ended up grabbing a shirt and tugging down. Colby swings it left to Gilbert. Gilbert's pressured by 1. Holds him up and pushes it down the line. On to Pete. Goalkeeper's out. Is going to get to it with his hands.
Remind me never to go to the movies with you. Get my shirt tugged.
That was the part that was over and above that. Colby Juarez takes it off Eastside, but Eastside continues to control, decides to switch field of play over Miller.
Is over there.
Miller tracks him down, cross ball in, pushed off by Aiden Harvey. Not out of trouble yet. Eastside's still in front of it. Colby Juarez, not as far as he wanted it to go. Eastside brings it back in, but into a ream of POFC. Still movement by Eastside. Gets it to the back post. Header on. That's got to go on goal. But slips over the top. Austin Valdez was moving his feet quickly to get over there.
Really dangerous possession there.
Really was. Eastside held possession really well.
Eastside looks like they have come out with a little more vigor.
And they're going downhill. Gravity. Aiden Harvey again, classic long ball up. Derek Johnson's on. Divano's looking for back post help. Zach Kahn's at the top. Pete slides in, slides it across the goal. Eastside pushes it out and looks to push it out of trouble. Swings it up the line, still in play. Aiden Harvey takes it from him and gets pushed from behind. Center puts the whistle to his lips but decides not to call it.
Blue ball.
Blue ball. Yeah, center referee, after Aiden Harvey got hit hard from behind, put the whistle up to his lips, but thought differently. I wouldn't say better.
Maybe he forgot to blow. It happens.
East side, no support in the middle. Caleb Gilbert finds Mike. Mike's got to catch up to it, but does. Keeps it inbound. 2 in front of him. 2 in the back of the box was Zach Kahn up at the top of the 18. Mike's got to do a lot of work himself. Looks to switch plays. Zach to Johnson. Johnson's holding in the box. Finds it, swings it across goal. Not sure if he was looking for Pete on the backside, which is a great idea, or a shot himself, also a good idea. Definitely didn't get 100% hold of it, but was a dangerous play and was really close to being a goal. Great run and work by Divano to get that started.
Launching it.
Bounces over Harvey's foot, but nobody's behind him. Austin out to control. Up to Seamus. Seamus makes one miss, finds some space. Looks to switch it into Zach. Eastside takes it away in the middle. Gilbert to challenge.
Gamble by Gilbert pays off.
Cyrus has Pete in the middle. Divano's going to switch with him. Got to recycle it.
Torres.
Up to Colby with a check run. To Zach with a check run. Dummies it to Pete. Pete swings it across the middle. Finds Cyrus on the left side. 1 to beat. 2 to beat. Beats 1. Has 2 on him. Switches the ball to Johnson beautifully. Johnson swings it to the middle. Pushes it to the end line. Finds it. Open goal. Past the keeper. Mike Divano running on from the top of the 18. Sliding kick into the back of the net. Wow.
Was that an assist or a goal by Johnson?
That was an assist by Johnson.
To Divano?
To Divano.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking into the sun here in my little viewfinder, but we want to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, Divano stole it from him, but we'll let him have it. So that is in the
crowd.
In the 8th minute.
Mike taking a bow for some of his fans over here. All right, 3-2. Johnson did a lot of the work on that.
Really did.
And I think Divano, has he scored many goals? Because he just kind of tapped it in there, don't you think?
And now we've got a shoulder challenge that is called. Colby's going to have a little discussion with anybody around him.
Hit his own guy. Ball don't lie. Did you see that? He kicked the ball and smacked his own player.
The cheer you heard come up was from the POFC bench.
Out of bounds.
Austin looks for Miller up the side,
White
just
ball.
in front of him.
No, blue ball.
Yeah.
Looks like Seamus took a weird hop, skip, and jump there. Pete's going to one-touch that over to Zach.
Zach tries for
Zach
a
tried
half
to get
volley.
Divano.
Comes back to Gilbert. Gilbert controls back to Austin. Valdez slows it down. Has support out to his left. Finds Gilbert.
Big touch.
Swings it past 1. Into Cyrus. Cyrus,
nice there. Keeping possession. Mike's on the ball.
back through the middle. Switches play. Looks for Johnson running through and tries to put it through the defense of the east side, but they intercept. POFC stops the counterattack. Seamus puts it up the line to Derek Johnson, but flag comes up.
That'll be a blue ball.
And ref calls the ball back.
Why? Did he not get it in the first time, so he gets a mulligan?
No.
My favorite rule, sarcastically, he said.
This either was the 10 yards or I think they might have used the wrong ball. I think they grabbed one of the extra ones. The ref wasn't having it. Wants the game ball.
Another blue ball. Playing hopscotch down the sideline over there.
That was 5 yards. Center pulled him back for the throw in.
3-2. Let's see.
Zach pressing the
Fort
throw
Orchard
in.
can maintain. The slimmest of lead with so much time left in what has been a very even match. Torres looking over for Seamus. Take two. He tried that before and it went out of bounds. Now on the second try, it went out of bounds. Maybe don't do that again.
Gets around. Seamus tries to put service in the middle. Aiden Harvey's there. Off the east side, up once, up in the air twice. Pete's still on it. Off of blue is what it looked like, but
they're calling blue ball. They're saying it was off of white.
The AR on that side is a little shorter and might not have been able to see over the taller players that the blue came off a blue shoulder.
The sun is setting. But it's definitely, the orientation of this field is east-west, so I'm not sure that was the best
east side
planning.
East side with a 4-person change, it looks like.
Mass substitution event.
I don't know if they're bringing on offense or just part of the game plan. Harvey steps in front of that one.
Blue throw.
Blue throw. Decent throw from east side. Popped back with their own player into the center. Zach Kahn gets wrapped up by 2. And still in pursuit. Quick
He's still
movement.
going. Somebody better stop that guy.
Stops the ball, puts a shot on goal. Austin's there.
Man.
Good hands. Quick throw, looks for Divano.
Looks for Divano.
Divano looks for a flick onto Pete. Does get to Pete. Pete tries to push it up.
That'll be a white ball.
Cyrus with great hustle down the line.
Gilbert fighting for it.
Just needs to push him out, but
gets past. Torres is there.
Gilbert looks to run back. 2 on the attacker. Moves it into the corner. Just
They had a
keeps
mass
him out.
substitution event. They should have some fresh legs. Nope.
Coming from an offside position.
Got another sub coming in.
Center's going to let another sub. This is going to be for 77. Again, they took their long thrower off too. Number 14 is off the field, which they've scored on a long throw.
Who's doing the honors back there? That Torres? Yes, I believe it is.
Yes. Into Valdez. Valdez still has Torres in support and Colby in the middle. Colby turns into space, drops it back to Torres. Checker on to Colby. Colby's got Gilbert on the sideline, ends up finding him. Gilbert looks for someone to run the side. Pete gets over there, but so does the east side. East side good control, but has to go backwards. Keeper again puts it up, trying to create that space in the middle. Eastside splits the defense to get it to the midfield. Now looks for a run through. Oh,
that's a foul.
Torres goes in a little bit late. Does get called for the foul. Just at the top of the attacking third.
This is a dangerous spot.
I want to see what Eastside puts forward. It looks like 8 this time. In front of the ball. 1 to kick it, 1 behind him for defense. That's it. He needs to put this right in towards the keeper because the sun is right in his eyes, but puts it over to the right. Not sure if that was a shot or a cross from the right side. Eastside found himself in some nice green area there, but misplays the cross of the shot. Torres looks to switch it to Aiden Harvey. Aiden Harvey looks up the field, but finds Colby on the check run.
Oh,
Colby tries to push it through.
Colby goes right to a blue jersey.
Turns well. Turns around two POFC players. Finds himself one-on-one with the keeper and evens the score. It was well turned and well finished after the giveaway by PO.
Yeah.
There at the top of the 18.
3-3. That answers my question. We're not going to be able to hold that one goal lead for the entire game, so we're going to have to manufacture another.
In the 16th minute of the second half, again, I didn't keep my clock going, so we're going to go with 45 here, vice the full 90.
That hit the ref?
For the third time in the game.
Get out of the way, ref.
Ref's asking him to chip it next time. Maybe hit him in the head is what he's asking for. Everybody has a quick chuckle. Play restarts. Seamus Miller up to Zach, who swung up that wing. Eastside goes up for, still in play. It looks like it's going to be a corner kick.
Yep.
I expect PO to pressure most people. A little guerrilla camera action there. I like it.
Cinema verite. We're going to follow the action. Come down.
Johnson to serve. Lower serve just over Harvey. Back in by Eastside accidentally. But Eastside's on it and looking to fully clear.
Harvey's there to put it back in white play.
And takes over the wing position, looking for Johnson and trail. Goes out for a white throw.
White throw.
Harvey's going to reset to his
Johnson's
position.
Got a little cramp, something going on there.
He got kicked on that 50-50 ball.
I think Seamus went out with a little hitch in his get along, or is that him throwing it in?
That was him throwing it in.
Okay.
Flicked back to the keeper by Eastside. Short ball. Pete pressures. Large, big switch, and this time going to call Johnson for a slight touch after the play. Eastside's going to get a free kick back in their box. Or they're going to move it way up by 10 yards. Keeper looks for the left wing, over Miller. Eastside holds it down, looks for the overlap, denied by Harvey. Switches play to an open right side. Gilbert moves to intercept and does touch it out. Ends up for a corner again. Eastside is trouble on these set plays. And a substitute. So Pete's coming out. Nick Ryder's going to come in up top. Definitely want to switch those strikers out right now to try to keep the pressure up and the speed quick up on that back line. Ball to the back post. Seamus Miller's there with a good header out of danger. Nick Ryder's comes over the top, gets it back to Divano. Divano's got one to beat with Johnson running on the right.
Counter punch going here. Let's go, Mike.
He looks for Johnson cutting through and finds him cutting through. He's got one to beat and the keeper and puts it across the face of the goal. And Nick and Mike are just a touchback, but it was looks like it's deflected by Eastside.
Yeah,
so
we're
corner
get a
kick is
corner out
called.
of that. That was a good counter punch there.
Fantastic counter punch. So Seamus the long header out, and Nick Ryder's coming in making a statement with his first touch on the ball. Header back to Mike Divano to start that counter off.
Mike is going to do the honors here on the kick. We're going to focus on this action. There's nobody short to receive it.
Can we say Olympico?
There's the ball. It's
he tried
short.
It. He tried it. Cleared off by the front post of Eastside. Mike's probably going to look back post on this one.
Far post. Is he going to go near? He's far post this time.
Eastside with the first head on the ball. Gilbert goes up and gets called for jumping in.
Called for jumping on a guy.
Stops the play. Lets that defense get reset. He looks for a long ball up. Harvey's got the first head on it. Comes over to Mike Divano, who controls past one Eastside and switches over to an open Johnson, who's running onto the ball. In front of one, Eastside gets back, puts across, and again, just out of the reach of a sliding Nick Riders. Ideas are there.
We got a sub coming in. Zach Kahn going out. Connor the Barbarian. Or, as he's known in Mexico, El Barbero.
You want us back that much. Eastside flicks it on. Seamus is there. Puts it out the other side. Intercepted, looking to go through the middle. Eastside tries to put it down the line, but puts it out of bounds.
White throw. Gilbert with the honors.
Into Divano shielding off, and does get the call for
Getting
Eastside.
all over Mike's back. Finally, Mike gets the benefit of a call. Who's he looking for downfield? Oh, nobody.
He's looking for Nick Riders on a switch ball or Johnson, but they were too far off and too many Eastside. Recycles to Austin, who puts it up for Seamus.
Somebody steps in.
Eastside puts it up. Blue. Harvey's got to be there. There's going to be a card for this, I got to assume.
That's going to be a yellow.
Goes for the ball, gets the player. Card is shown to Aiden Harvey. Aiden Harvey helps the player up. Didn't mean to do it, but did take him down hard.
Another dangerous spot for a free kick. It's not like it's coming from the half-court line.
Austin's put 4 on the wall.
4 guys on the wall. What do we got over here?
Eastside's pressuring 6 with 1 up top.
Seamus faded back to the net.
Direct shot on goal, and it floats over.
Oh, it's an entire country. I mean, the church?
PO goal kick.
So we are doing, I'm not entirely sure, it's fabulous.
Short out to Torres, up to Gilbert. Gilbert's got 1 pressure. Swings it to the middle, tries to switch the ball, but Eastside gets in front of it.
Eastside gets a foot on it, and then they come up
through,
with possession right in
still
front of the net.
Another flick. Colby Juarez back to defend that. Hustle Johnson touches it first to Seamus. Seamus puts a long ball up for Nick Riders. Fresh legs trying to get there. Ball spins and holds up for a minute, but it ends up coming back to the keeper. Seamus wins the ball, puts it on to Cyrus. Cyrus is looking for Johnson on the right, finds him. Johnson controls in space, moves it back to Colby in the middle. Switches it over to Gilbert. Gilbert's got Divano in support. Finds him. Tries to get it down the line.
That's going to be a white ball.
It's just if I need it. Yeah. But it's just if I need it.
Pio rolls it back, looking for some space in the middle. There's Connor with a checker on Colby. Colby's got one to beat.
Colby
pulled down from behind with no call. Open goal, on goal. Austin gets a hand on it, off the woodwork, still in trouble. Blue goes down. Ref doesn't call this one, no surprise.
That was a makeup call.
On to Divano, keeper's out of his box and does clear it out. Well played by the keeper, good on by Divano.
Yeah, that would have been a goal by Divano if the goalie had hesitated. Wow.
Quick action there.
They need to make better decisions in the back on the back line. That's a couple of times where Eastside has either capitalized or almost capitalized on some errant passing back there.
Their flick passes at the top of the 18 have put them into more good situations than I would have liked to have seen for POFC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's props to them.
Finally, we're getting some shade almost across the whole field here, and as the sun goes down.
Flag goes up. Nick was man and a half offsides.
Yep.
'27th minute of the second half.
3-3. It's a league match. Sure would be nice to get that extra 3 points.
I think it's needed. Harvey comes up, puts a head on it, puts it up to Nick Riders, who's going to try to control it up to Johnson. Has it taken off his feet by Eastside. Seamus Miller steps in the way again. Makes 2 miss, puts Cyrus on, keeper's out of his box and just clears it. Oddly up to our bench. Good run by Cyrus, great work by Seamus.
Yeah, Seamus is really putting in a good day's work over there.
Nick drops it off to Derek Johnson. Seamus tries to go through two, but gets it held up.
Take it away.
Colby goes to the ground.
Errant slide.
Put in, mistouched by Eastside. And Torres was able to clear it for the first time. Eastside looking to put it back in. Divano back in defense to slow the play.
And we got a sub coming in.
Eastside, 77 is going to come back in.
He's tall. They want him in there for the header in the box.
Tries to flick it on. It was his first touch, didn't get through. Aiden steps in front of a shot that was on goal. Nick Ryder just clears it out. Divano's going to run to pressure. At least try to stop a quick counter. Eastside looks to float it in, but just too much on that one. Austin Valdez controls. Out of the box to Austin Torres. Checker on to Connor, but stepped in front of by Eastside. Eastside's got numbers. On to 77, has one to beat. Puts him on the ground into the back of the net.
Wow.
Made a move on
4-3.
Made a move on Torres, got to open space in the center, and now has the hole going from him and decides to go left-footed shot to the right side to beat Austin Valdez.
4-3 Eastside. We're having trouble on that back line making smart passes and decisions.
It's that first or second pass out out of the defensive zone, the defensive third. We're in the 29th minute of the second half.
So
time is going to start
15 minutes left.
Yeah, time is going to start to be a
factor.
Huge factor.
Time will be our enemy.
Connor looks for a quick hit.
Looking for Divano.
Divano pushes it over, is held on to, and then taken out from
yellow. Oh yeah!
Center has to reach for yellow on that one. It's very clear from behind after he'd already been tugging on him. So center this time is going to make sure that POFC
now
puts the ball exactly where the ball is, whereas Eastside's been pushing the ball up 15 yards each time at least.
Been taking yards, not inches. It's a good thing we have a handsome ref, because sometimes I don't know about his calls.
It's a nice whistle too. I like the differentiation color of the whistle between the shirt.
All right.
POFC is going to pressure with at least 8. Connor's going to look to drop it in on the just the slight backside of the 18. Aiden Harvey's running on. Aiden Harvey's almost there, flicks it on. Divano's there, looks for a volley shot and misses it, but it's a corner.
Divano taps it off of a blue jersey for the corner.
I think Divano completely missed it, and it was the first header off.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But wins the corner kick. So PO stays up in offense. Divano looks to serve. Olympico again? Anyone? There it is.
Popped in the air by Riders.
Riders looks for the back post for Zach Kahn running on. Isn't there. We got a sub. So Seamus is going to come out. And
That's Cyrus.
Is Cyrus coming back in to the right defense?
Yeah, Cyrus is playing every position on the field today.
If they put him over there for that winger and push him more as a winger rather than a defense, I kind of might see the strategy. More offense on the field. Seamus has done a wonderful job holding it down over there on the right. Long ball out by Keeper. Keeper's got a good foot. Flicked on by Eastside, but I think that's in play. Harvey touches it back to Valdez. Valdez looks to switch to Torres, pressured by 77. 77 flies past as Torres stops ball and switches play again to Cyrus. Cyrus with a beautiful first touch.
Beautiful first
moves
touch.
Into space. Looks to put Johnson on, but just goes a little quick. Keeper's out to scoop it up at the edge of his 18. Keeper swings it long, skims Torres' head, comes off of Aiden Harvey's foot. They somehow combined to make that work. Comes off blue player for a white throat. And Eastside's going to sub again. I'm going to expect this to be 14 and them to come back with a defensive package back in the right. I think they put a speedier guy on Divano. Nick flicks it on, ends up going out of bounds.
Blue ball.
Yeah.
No, they didn't
Eastside looks to pop it up. 77 looks for a little bit more magic, but is harried by 3. Zach Kahn's the latest to get there. Zach and Connor take it off, and Johnson controls to the center. Looks for Zach across, but taken away by Eastside.
Gilbert. Or no, that's
Colby Juarez breaks up the central passing and gets it out of bounds for a blue throw.
4-3.
33rd minute.
If you like scoring.
Gilbert cuts it up the side. Divano takes the run, trying to get it through to Eastside. Eastside central back comes in. Zach Kahn brings it down. Eastside goes to the ground to take it off him, but Connor's there to help. Gets it through 2, puts Divano on, but puts it central, and it's just Eastside there. Eastside tries to take some time off the clock, and Nick Riders has to come and let him know that we'd actually like the ball put back in play a little quicker. Long ball controlled by Cyrus. Put back in the middle, but directly to an Eastside player. Colby again swinging in to take that off of that central. Johnson and Cyrus play a little back and forth.
Johnson and Cyrus.
Some give and go.
Beautiful work.
Zach makes a run through the middle, but ends up coming over to Divano. Divano's got one on. Looks for the edge. Has Gilbert in support. Swings it back to central, and trouble.
Reset.
Connor saves a little bit of heartache.
Out of bounds.
By flicking it back to Torres, and Torres looks for Cyrus coming back on the right side as ball goes out.
Sub coming in for Eastside.
That's good.
And so he did it.
That's one step.
Yeah, he did it.
Harvey up first. Johnson on to Zach, but didn't get there. Colby under. It's going to bounce a little bit more. Cyrus and Johnson try to play a little keep away, but ends up still bouncing around. Connor ends up with it and resets it back to Valdez. Gilbert on the edge, tries to get around Eastside, out for a white throw. Quickly back into Torres. Torres looks for a switch over to Aiden. Aiden swings back. Again, tough off the turf. Aiden has to track that down and doesn't have as much time as he would have wanted.
This is where we've been having trouble. I think
Devano calls for it, runs onto it, is in front of all the Eastside players, takes one touch with a head. Eastside gets a touch from the trailing player and touches it onto the front player who kicks it out of bounds. Lucky defended, or what? It's well defended. It's got to be a white ball.
No. Got to be a white ball. I thought I saw the ref pointing in
we got another sub.
Wrong direction. Ah, okay.
So it might have been signaling that. Short to Nick Ryder's, back to Johnson. Johnson's got one. Moves it to the center, left-footed cross. Intercepted a couple of times. On to Divano, who thinks about a shot. On to Khan. Flag goes up.
Offsides. Over and back, offsides. This is the call.
Eastside's going to play some time games, and Mike Divano is going to help him out a little bit. And they're going to milk it. We're in the 37th minute of the second half. And Jake McKenzie comes in for Zach Kahn. McKenzie's going to stay in the midfield with Connor and Colby. Leave Nick Ryder's up front.
All right. Let's put that ball in play.
I expect McKenzie to be an attacking midfielder. Lights have just come on.
Connor flicks it on.
Colby and Connor look for control. Find Cyrus.
Cyrus battling over there. No call.
Tough battle between three Eastside against Cyrus. Austin Valdez is out to grab it at the edge of his box. Quickly swings it out to Gilbert to switch the play. Has Divano into support, and Nick Ryder's running across. Switches the ball long, looking for Johnson to run into it, but just doesn't get all the way there.
He's going to hold on to it.
He is.
Take his time.
He is. And that's legal. Good ball up. Torres is tracking underneath it, puts it up. Back to Eastside though. 77 tries to get it past Torres, grabs his jersey, throws him around, grabs Gilbert's jersey, push from behind on Connor, and Eastside ends up with the ball in the attacking zone.
Okay, that's
Connor just takes it off him, pushes it up to Divano.
Connor to take that ball away.
Gentle pass up to Divano. Divano's got to get around two, gets around one, and then it is launched out of bounds.
Yeah.
There is one ball behind the goal. There is one.
Okay.
And the Divano sees it. He's going to go grab it for Nick Ryder's to put it back into play. Ball in. You're good. Into Divano, being held down in between 3 or 4 Eastside players, punches back out. Eastside tries to clear it long, but hits the backstop. Quick into Johnson. Johnson drops to Gilbert. Gilbert quickly fires it in, but nobody's there. Cyrus tries to find it on the backside. Eastside keeps it in play. Cyrus
with the stab, but it's going to go out of bounds.
He was looking for McKenzie. It's a touch it to McKenzie in the a little more central, and it slung out of bounds on him.
Kind of walked it up a good 15 yards before the throw-in.
Long ball out. Austin Valdez comes out to clear it.
Coming out, trying to make something happen, get a counter punch going.
Aiden Harvey between 3.
Showing some ballet. Yeah.
A little back and forth between Eastside and POFC at this point.
Yep. The referee's been letting a lot go, so it doesn't surprise me he didn't call anything.
There's some frustrations. Connor looks for Nick swinging up the wing, but just right in front of him. Out for a blue throw. Long throw up, Colby challenges and wins the header, but goes out of bounds. There's going to be nobody from Eastside that's going to be running for that anytime soon. And on the other field, the ball gets kicked by the players practicing into the other goal before being returned.
Well, that's a creative time waster.
Colby's there again. Aiden steps through two. Ball's still bouncing around. And passed. Alex tries to get back, finds the open man. Austin's there. Austin was quick enough to get a hand on it, but Eastside finds the open player on the backside of the net.
5-3.
Puts it in with enough power to get it past the goalkeeper.
Not a lot of time to come back from that.
No, we're in the 42nd minute of the second half.
I think the defender on the far side, I'm not sure if that was Colby or Torres. Somebody gambled and they got past him and then crossed it into the team, to their Eastside teammate. So
again, at the top of that defensive third, POFC is. Oh wow! Ref shakes his head after Mike gets popped in the face. And Eastside looks to maintain momentum and push it up. Derek looks to put through ball into Mike. Mike gets there, is pushed down from behind with an elbow. Wow.
How do you not call that?
We're going to see that on video, and when he watches DAVEspn, he's going to regret not calling that just because he'll know it was a foul.
Well, we'll have to send the tape into the Referees Association.
Connor flicks it to the middle. Challenge in the center between Cyrus and Eastside. Eastside just puts it up. They understand that use the clock. Austin looks for a long ball up and just floats it over Mike. Ball never landed in bounds.
Too much on it. It looks like somebody. You think Coach Leonard's going to sub at this late time?
I see people up.
I see people up over there.
I think if they get one quick, Mike's in with a diving header off the post. Oh, served in by Johnson. Aiden Harvey's up looking to attack as well. And just on the outside of the post, what an effort. Just an absolute effort. Aiden Harvey underneath it. Flicks it on. Divano looks to run on. Eastside's a little slow, but enough to get there to push it out of bounds. 44th minute, maybe a little bit of stoppage time. And tries to get around Gilbert, can't quite get there. Connor steps in. Nick pushes it out to Mike. Mike's going to look for the end line. Gets around one, is in front of two. It's a hard touch. Eastside gets the ball on that one after clearing out.
Is that a PK?
No, he called nothing on it. Connor's taking offense to...
no call?
No call. It's a hard in.
A card for diving.
Oh, I think his feet actually got taken out from under him. I wouldn't call that a full dive. Hard tackle pays off for Eastside.
job, ladies.
What time is it? How much have we got left here? We got to make up 2 goals in how much time?
We're going to go into stoppage time in about 5 seconds.
Okay.
So whatever he wants to do, and with a 2-goal lead, I'm not sure if he's going to give more than 3 minutes of stoppage. Touched on by Eastside, but just too heavy of a touch onto Austin Valdez, scoops it up and plays it quick. POFC is looking to press the top line. Cyrus has to get it around 1 to get it up to him first. Again, this is the position that POFC right there has had some trouble with, but gets it out this time. Johnson giving a little push, moves it across the field, tries to get it to Connor. And Eastside countering.
Yeah, Connor's going to get a red for that.
That might be a direct red. No.
Going to get a yellow.
Yellow, again, with this ref not calling much, I guess he's only going to be a yellow and not a direct red. That was a...
Yeah.
I know, you're trying to fight them.
We'll call it a professional foul outside the box. Maybe not.
We're in stoppage time, and
it is just making the clock tick down. In the 47th minute now.
Ooh, I need 2.
I'll give you the other one.
Eastside's going to think about it for a while. Talk strategy. Ref wants them to play.
yellow card, unnecessary delay. Oh, ugly man strategy there. Hit somebody in the line.
Flicked by up, Eastside controls. Johnson touches it out of bounds, but it's a white throw. Off blue last. Juarez quickly into Torres. Up. Aiden Harvey is all the way up forward right now, looking to flick it on to Divano. Divano around 1, in the middle of 4, and Eastside pushes it out. Cyrus is going for the ball. Matt Aronimo collects it for him. POFC alum. Cyrus with the ball in. Eastside over top, not out of danger. Derek Johnson takes a crack on the half volley, is just underneath it and skies it.
There it is.
Instead of waiting for another ball, the ref's going to go ahead and call it.
5-3. Your Port Orchard FC goes down in the away game here, a league away game against Eastside. They beat this team 4-0 the first time they saw them, and it's safe to say they got some revenge today. 5-3. Kind of an interesting call from a referee standpoint. Let a lot go. He just let a lot go, but he was consistently letting a lot go.
He was.
He was letting us push guys and letting Eastside push guys around. Wouldn't you say?
I would, but I think Eastside pushed more. It's just not POFC's play style. Eastside figured it out and was able to play that to their advantage. And yeah.
Well, in a show of sportsmanship and appreciation for their fans, Port Orchard nonetheless comes over to thank the crowd. Got a sizable crowd, several hundred, I would say, here for Port Orchard, enjoying the beautiful sunset. And I'm going to give that guy, I'm going to give Seamus Miller the game ball, the DAVEspn game ball. I thought he had a consistently good performance in the back the whole match. And there he is, Liam Miller, his younger brother, back from Italy. Maybe we'll see him next time on Sunday. There's a non-league match on Sunday. Okay, catch you next time on DAVEspn.